Yes.
This victim, according to the press releases, did not open the door. He didn't invite them in. So you can't really tell people don't open the door to strangers. Obviously, what kind of precautions can people take with armed invaders? But by all accounts, from what I read, he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't say, "Oh, sure, come on in." They pretty much gang rushed the door on him.
Exactly, and in this situation, the victim took precautions to protect themselves, and these events still happened. So what we would ask members of the community to be is vigilant at all times. If you do not know the person at your door, don't open the door. Do not address them. In this situation, it may have been that he requested the use of a phone. In this day and age, it may not be possible to be the Samaritan that in years past we thought we could be. You have to be prepared at all times to protect yourself and to take whatever steps you believe reasonable. In this situation, we had a male, a female, and a child. So just be on guard and protect yourself. Mike, you want to add?
The only thing I would add to that is if anybody's faced that situation in an odd hour, call law enforcement. We're here 24/7. We can respond. We're here to help people just as well as to work on crime. So if somebody's come to your door needing help, just tell them you're going to call the sheriff's department, police department, whoever, and make that phone call. And we can be there within just a few minutes, depending on as far as where it's at in Clay County. And we're there to help also if they're stranded. Go ahead.
Probably two of the biggest tips that I would offer. One would be go to your door with either your cell phone or a cordless phone in hand and talk through a locked door. Do not break that security seal and talk through a crack in the door. Keep your door locked and have a phone in your hands, either cell phone or cordless, and be ready to dial 911. If they say, I can't hear you, you're going to have to open the door or anything, tell them, as Sheriff Heaton said, tell them we're calling 911 for the police now. That would be the two biggest suggestions that I would have.
Given the circumstances where these people forced their way in, if you had a door locked and you were talking through the door for them and they physically forced the door open and came in, could you use lethal force against them?
I want to explain Indiana law on lethal force. Basically, you have the right to protect yourself at all times in your home, and whatever force that you deem necessary to protect yourself without going above and beyond force, those means are illegal.
Force is usually based on reasonably responding to the threat. If they come at you with a paper clip, you can't defend with a knife. Okay? So what we encourage people is to, as best as you can, don't place yourself in that position. If that position comes up, act reasonably and appropriately. Don't overreact. The law will protect you if you respond reasonably. The law cannot protect you if you don't respond reasonably. And hypotheticals are hard to work with.
Well, in this situation, these guys came in with a firearm. So theoretically, then, I would think in that situation, if they broke the door and came in with a gun.
Well, it's not a paper clip, so yeah. An appropriate response.
I think what we're trying to do is to give you the answer you want without telling someone out there that misconstrues our answers and immediately goes to lethal force without having any ability to build that. So, yeah. Or build their case. Anybody else?
The dog bites me in the ankle, you would prosecute him for vicious animal, right?
I don't know. I'm not big on dogs, so.
Do you think this crime, real quickly, was motivated by the economic difficulties that people are suffering? And if so, with this kind of thing, are you fearful that this could increase this kind of a
Well, the interesting thing about
steal things?
The interesting thing about that, Tom, is I don't know what would motivate individuals to take action as serious as these. So to say it's economic, to say that it's based on drugs, we can't say, because we just can't get in the mindset. And these are very serious allegations. These are a concern to us because we are seeing these events, and our job, as Joe said earlier, to protect the community. And so we're hoping that if we stay on top of allegations this serious, not only can we protect these victims, but we may be in a situation where we can prevent it from happening again, because our response will be swift and it will be harsh. But as to the motivation, we just can't put ourselves in that position.
No doubt about it.
If these guys are found guilty on all these charges, what kind of time are they looking at?
Basically, in Indiana, an A felony is subject to a punishment from 20 to 50 years, and the court begins from an advisory of 30 and decides whether to aggravate that or mitigate that. B felonies, of course, are 6 to 20. D felony or C felony would be 2 to 8, and a D felony from 6 months to 3 years. The way this matter is charged, a court, in the event there's a conviction, would be able to either run some of these matters concurrently, some of these matters consecutively. What is interesting about the robbery in count 1 and the conspiracy in count 2, the court can look at those facts and determine that they should run concurrently or consecutively. So in the event any or all of these individuals are found guilty, they could be looking at 20 to 50 years.
Anyone else have a question? Chris? Sam? I'm done. If you guys will give me 2 minutes, I'm gonna check, and I might be able to provide you with a document before you leave. That give me a couple minutes here before everybody just heads out. Thank you.